Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. This is the crazy true nation of YouTube. We start our videos with chapstick because you gotta keep your lips moisturized. I was looking for something. That's the crazy true nation. We just do things and be like, hey, what's really happening here? I don't know. And the troll part is not caring too much about what the beauty community standards of beauty are regarding what brand to use, what tool to use, what technique to use. Do your makeup the way you want to get it on the way you want it to look. And beneath all of that, I'm struggling with this primer. Self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them when you want to, but not because you feel like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, regardless of what anybody says. And if you want to wear makeup, if you want to enhance your features, do it because you want to. Not because somebody says you should, or society, or you're looking at ads, or you're looking at YouTube videos and it's like, I need to learn to do this just like so and so. You're not so and so. Do you, boo boo, and love you for it. That's the concept of the crazy troll nation. I do curse on my channel sometimes. This primer is about done. This is what else you'll see here. Sorry about that. You see from the title what palette we're using again. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, this primer is done. It is done. And it's feeling really dry. It's still feeling tacky. It is a tacky primer, but it's done. I wanted to use some more of the lighter shades in this palette. This will be look number 2. I only looked at it for a few minutes, and I'm going to use some of the lighter shades in it again, because that for me will help determine how I really feel about this palette, because I prefer me in darker tones. And so I do like to utilize the entire palette, whatever it is. And so it's important for me to like the entire palette. So this is what we're talking about. Iceland Fire and Ice from Nomad. This is what it looks like. My first look with this, the first time ever using it before I even swatched it, was the palette Bingo. And it picked the blue tones, and I think like 2 of these, and Dark Castles, I think. And I was glad it picked the blues, because that's the side of the palette I was not sure about. Because I do prefer deeper tones. Like this right here, that's bomb. These, I was like, oh, I don't know. Like this one, yes, but like I was like, I don't know. So I was glad it chose the blues. I did like the look that I did. Is it my personal preference? No, but I did like the look. And so we're going to use some more of the lighter tones. We're going to use River Glacier. I'll call out the shades when I use them. I'll just tell you too, because you might be like, what shade is that? So we're going to use River Glacier. We're going to use Elves, this shade here. We're going to use Odin. So those are the ones that will be on our lid. I'm thinking of trying Frigg in the transition just to see if it makes me look dusty or ashy. And we may deepen up with Dark Castle. And we'll probably just put this lower lash line. I just want to see what these tones are going to look like, because as I said, like these right here that you see, yes to all of that. It's these here, well, particularly this one and these, that I'm kind of like, not so sure. I did not pull out brushes, so I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to take Hourglass number 3, and we're going to go into River Glacier, and that's going to go, oh, wow. That's just going to go right there. If this was going over another shadow, if I was using it as a topper, I would be applying this with a sponge tip applicator. But because we're putting it directly on top of a tacky primer, and we're just pressing, a brush works fine for me. I said that as I was pressing it. So that's what we're going to just do with that. And that's going to stay there. And we're going to turn the brush over and go into Elves, the one underneath it. That is what that looks like. And we're going to tap this over the remainder of our lid, except outer corner, because we're going to put Odin in the outer corner. I do think these would look better or show up more, I think I want to say, as a topper. I am liking that it is showing up. I do like that it's not looking ashy or dusty on me, but it's still a light shade. And because of the shimmer down here, because it's darker down here, it's shaded down here, I can see what I think is my skin beneath the shadow, but because of the shimmer, it camouflages that because the light is bouncing off of the shimmer and the shadow. And so I do think this so far would be nice for someone with a different complexion than I have. But just to sit here and see how the shadows work and how they perform, I am liking them. And I'm liking, as I said, that it's not looking ashy or dusty, because that's sometimes a concern with lighter shades, whether they're matte or shimmer. Shimmers are a little more forgiving as far as the dustiness because the light reflects off of it, whereas a matte is just like there and it's just like, yeah, that's dry. That looks dusty. Whereas a shimmer that's too light or too cool may look ashy, but not as ashy as a matte. So we're going to leave that there. We're going to take a clean, oh my gosh, I just picked this at random. This is a hella old Sephora, what does it say? Cream eyeshadow brush number 25. This brush is at least like over 25 years old. And so we're going to go into Odin, which is a matte. That's this shade. Oh, now this, okay, let me just put it on. I was going to say it looks a little too cool for me, but so do the first two that I put on. And so we're just going to tap that there. We're going to go back and forth just a little bit to blend in between. And we don't need a lot of blending because the shades are just doing their thing. We're done. We're done. So Odin again, we're tapping in and we're tapping on. Tap in, tap on, wax off. Dion Sun. Yeah, I do martial arts now. We're going back and forth just to blend a little bit. Those of you who have been here, you know what that means. So I'm like, and then I don't say anything. There's looks to be a gap right here, but I don't know. So I'm gonna just pat right there, and it still, to me, looks like it's there, and it's probably not. I'm probably seeing things because of how the lighting is down here. So we're going to leave that there. I like how the shadows work together. I need more. I need something. I need something else to happen. We're going to take, this is not going to look right. Frig, that top corner shade, this is not going to look right. This is like a minty. So far, first shade we put on, this is the center lid shade, this is outer corner, this is Frig. And it looks really minty. So we're going to, oh, okay, that's the dust ash I was talking about. And we're just, oh man. We're just tapping. I don't like that. Is it horrible? No. But then I don't even like these tones on me. So, you know, take that into consideration too. I think the look is okay though. I really do. It's just not me. It's not me. But it is important, as I said, for me to use every shade in the palette to see how I feel about the palette as a whole. Because for me, and because the 9 shades, God's Waterfall I liked, and that bottom blue one. So those 11 shades, definitely the inner corner shade, that would probably just be used for inner corner. So that just leaves 3 shades that I'm kind of like, eh. And so for that, I would keep the palette. If it was half the palette, the shades were not me, the looks were not me, I wouldn't keep the palette because it's important for me to utilize an entire palette and not just keep a palette. Like if I did a bomb ass look, I wouldn't just keep the palette just because I did one bomb ass look and the other 4 or 5 I didn't like, because chances are I can do that with other stuff in my collection. So I don't keep palettes just for one look. If it's a 5-pan palette, yeah, because you're not going to get that much versatility out of it anyway. But when you're looking at 15 shades, if there's like 10 I don't like, I'm not going to keep it. Because as I said, I can most likely do that with other stuff that's in my collection. I just reminded myself I don't have any face paint. I did my brows in another video. Now that I've blended it out, I don't think it looks as dusty. When I first tapped it though, I was just like, this is not it. I still don't think it's me, even though I do like the look. If you like these tones, then yeah, this look is bomb. But because I like dark, smoky, grungy, vampy, that type of thing, it's not me. But I do like it. Would I do it again? No. And so that's something to think about when you see a look and you're like, wow, that's nice. Acknowledge whether that's your aesthetic or not. Because you can like something and not like it for yourself. I'm going to put that down. This is a Esom V33. And we're just going to go in small circular motions to blend out the top edge of that shade. And so that's something to think about too. If you're watching videos and somebody's saying that they don't care for the look, and you're like, oh, but it's so pretty. They might be like me and say, this is a nice look, but it's not for me. I don't like it. And that's okay. Like, it's not a personal attack against anybody, because some people do be taking it personal, like, I am so sad they didn't like that palette, that's my favorite. We have different preferences and different aesthetics, and that's what keeps things interesting, like seeing things on different people and hearing different people's perspectives. And to me, you know, if we all love the same thing, that would be so boring. There would be one makeup brand, there would be one eyeshadow palette, there would be one blush palette, there would be one lipstick. And so I like that we have differences of opinions and different aesthetics, because it keeps things interesting. This side still looks a little ashy, but not as ashy as before. And I could go back in with Odin and put that there, but we're not. We're going to put that brush down. I just grabbed at random, a clean one, but the same one that we just used. And we're going to go into staying monochromatic as hell. We're going to take this blue right here, even though these are greenish. We're going to tap this in, and we're going to just do like a outer corner type deepening situation thing. I don't think I'm going to do any face paint. This one is creating fallout because I'm seeing blue under here, and I know you're probably not. When I did the look before, when I was looking at the pictures, I'm like, damn it. And then when I went back and looked at the video, I saw that there was blue under here. And the other people were like, I don't see anything. I'm just like, I do. We are our own worst critics. I say that all the time. But yeah, I noticed it. I am a detail-oriented person. This one is rounded and this side is straight, which is what I wish I would have did on the other side. But I was not thinking. I did tap in again lightly. I like this a little better because it's a little deeper over here. As a whole, though, I still would not do this again, even though I do think it's a nice look. I was going to tap in, but I didn't. But now I am, just very lightly. I want to try and get the same edge that I have over here. You guys are like both sides around the troll. Stop fronting like you think they look different. Yeah, I'm seeing blue down here. And so I'm wondering if I want to take concealer, but then that'll make it turn greenish because my concealer is yellowish. It's a warm tone. I like this better, a lot better. Like this, it doesn't look blended, but when I go like this, it does. And so I'm going to leave it. And, if I take a brush, will that wipe away the fallout? I think it did. I didn't have any on this side. It was just over here. So why did I do that side? I don't know. So we're going to take the first one I grabbed, whatever. I'm just like at random today. And this is this is purple. NYX retractable eyeliner. I am going to put concealer under my eyes because that'll just make the eye look better, I think. My under eye discoloration will be less distracting. So I'm guessing we're going to put a purple on top of this since this is purple. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Or I could be funky and just use a different type of color. Okay, we're going to put this down and we're going to take a smudger brush. This is Makeup Forever number 210. But there really isn't a purple in here. Sometimes this looks purple to me, and then sometimes it looks blue. Like here it looks almost purple, but here it looks blue. That's what we're going to take, and it is a shimmer. And we are tapping in on the brush, and we are going to press and wiggle. Press and wiggle that in. I should have just used a different brush just so I can sweep it. This is not a brush to actually sweep without moving on my skin. Now, doesn't that look purple to you? Or am I really seeing things? But then it is over a dark purple liner, so yeah, okay, scratch that question. That's not a legit question. The shininess around my nose is the ointment I use for the redness around my nose. Because I'm just noticing how shiny that looks. Look like a snot-nosed kid. We're going to take another, oh geez, what are we doing, troll? I don't know, troll. We're going to take, at random, Isom V31 brush, and we're going to take that same shade, and this one we're able to sweep with this type of brush. I don't know. Yo, I be cracking myself up. Hashtag troll tried it. And it's okay. Experiment, try new things. Even if you're not sure about colors, try them anyway. We're going to take the brush we used. I don't know what we used this one for because it doesn't, oh, it has that green on it. Yeah, we're just going to buff under here. Not because I think I needed it, but just out of habit. I'm not going to do any face paint today. We are done. No, we're not. Wipe off chapstick. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades, 6 shades. Wiping off chapstick. And this is a KVD lip liner. It says Kat Von D, which means this is probably old. I did just purchase it, called Poe, and it's blue because I want to experiment with this as a lip liner. I was going to say I don't have a blue lipstick, but I have the one from MAC, the collab they did with Keith Haring. Is that this shade of blue? What does that look like? That's the yellow. The blue is in the red. Yeah, that's lighter than this. I wanted to see how this looks, because I've been thinking sometimes I want funky lip colors, but most lip pencils are like nude type shades. I made a peak by accident. Can I do that over here? Sure. This is all troll, y'all. Do an eye look and do a lip, and the rest of your face won't have nothing on it but skincare. That's how we do it, though. Just do things, and it's okay. And sometimes I think to do an eye look when I'm going out, because when I go out, I don't wear face paint because I wear a mask still. But do I still do an eye look? No. This is nice. Does it go with the look? The eye look? No. Let me know if you did this type of eye look, these tones, would you do a bold blue lip? Oh, what if I topped this with that blue purple shade? Yeah, I just be experimenting. Thank you for being. I done wore this down. This went down to the nub. Ugh. Sorry for that noise. And my little peak here. Ding, 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 ding. Let me know if that entertains you. Oh gosh. Eyeliners are definitely creamier as lip liners than those NYX retractable. No. The NYX matte suede lip liners. Them things are pokey. I use them anyway because they're like less than, I think, $4, $5. I'm trying to get all of my lip because of my lip shape. Like right here, it looks like it's missing, but I don't know if that's up here or down here. And then when I smile, a piece of the peak pops out. I think we got it. This is going to wear out quick. Do we want to top it with shadow, or do we just want to put a gloss on top? I want to top it with this shadow just to see what it's going to do. That's what we're going to do because that's just what I want to do right now. So we're going to just pick a brush at random, but that's not the one. So pick another brush at random. This is a Scott Barnes travel brush, travel color wash, it says. And we're going to coat both sides of the brush, even though we might not need to, because the liner is not emollient like a lipstick. Oh. That's cute. Switching to the other side of the brush. And I'm just still sitting here holding this palette. I love the lip. So this is the second look with this palette. Shades that I normally would not use because I don't like those tones on me, but I just wanted to see. So yeah, mixing them together, I do like the look. I like how, actually I love how the shades do show up on me. And even the one that looked a little ashy, once I blended it out, it didn't. So yeah. I wouldn't do the look again though, but I like how the shades show up on me. So if you're around my complexion, if these are your tones, then yeah. Then you get this palette. Also, even if you like these tones on this side. So I'm just doing this for myself to see how they look and for you to see how they look on my complexion. So let me know what you think. Light base face on. Both of these are NYX retractable eyeliners. This one is aqua green. This one is golden olive. So we're doing one look on this eye, one look on this eye. This eye, which eye? I don't know. First half of the lid, this is Elfheim. Valkyrie, second half of the lid, and then we'll figure out transition later. On this eye, we're going to put Gallows Lava on the lid, and we're going to put this shade here, Dark Castles, on the outer corner. We'll figure out transition later. But that's what we're doing, because I haven't really used these shades, and I have not, I don't believe, put this on my lid yet. And that's the one that led me to buy it, which was the sample that came in Ipsy. And I still haven't used it. So Elfheim, my lids are already primed. We're not tapping off, we're just tapping on. I am wearing a tacky primer. If I wasn't, I would be using a sponge tip applicator. I want to just see what it's going to look like on its own before I start experimenting with it over a black or a brown base. And now I am swiping, which is probably when I'll get fallout, because now I'm trying to get it to stick to itself because it's already there. So that's what that is looking like. We're going to flip that brush over and go into Valkyries. That blue, purple in the bottom corner that I always say I don't know what color it is. And I have used this before, and I really do like this shade. So we're going to pair these together today, as you can see. We're going to sweep in between the blend We're just going lightly in between. I'm seeing patchiness down here, but I don't know if that's just my lighting or what. We're going to flip back to the first side. That light purple, we're going back in, and we're going to sweep that over. I'm not liking how this is looking. I'm not liking flipping back to the blue side to bring that up a little bit. I'm not liking this. I am not. I put the aqua green underneath because we're going to put Northern Lights, that green underneath. And we're going to sweep again back and forth in between. So these are going to be really easy, really simple looks. It's a nice light airy look. That might actually be all we're going to do with that. And I'm just going to take the tip of this brush and just blend up top, because this might be it for up here. I don't even think I'm going to do a transition shade. And you don't always need to have a transition shade or brow bone highlight. And that did blend in really nicely. Okay, so we're going to put that down. We're going to take, I didn't pull out brushes for lower lash line. I'm going to pull out, I have duplicates of the brushes that I am using. This is, that one was an Hourglass 3. Did I say that? Oh, I'm having another one of those days. Every day is one of those days with me, right? This is Esam V31. And we're going to take Northern Lights. And we're going to top that gel liner that we put under here. So this is a very light, colorful look. That is it, we're done. No, we're not done. We're going to put that brush away, and we're going to take, this is a Fenty something, and we're going to go into River Glacier, this shade right here, and we're going to put that in our tear duct area and wrap it around. Or do I want to, no, let's just do that one. Let me just stick with what I first said. And we're going to start right here, and then we're going to wrap it up. Yep. So this eye is done, minus lashes. I don't do lashes. Mascara and liner, that's what I meant to say. All right, that eye is done. So another Hourglass 3, we're going to Gallows Lava. Oh, we're tapping that off. This, yeah, even though we are packing it on our lid, and yeah, I'm feeling fallout. Is this a chunky shade? Or is it just one of those textures? I really like this shade. This one is textured. Like, you see that? I'm not used to that, and I'm tapping it like this, and I have a cloth here, and it is just falling off like cigarette ashes. Oh my gosh. So I'm glad I did that. I do really like this shade, and we're going to sweep upward. Oh, I meant to leave the outer corner blank. Ooh. Okay. I took that up further than I wanted to. So I would say flip it over, but yeah, we're going to flip over and go into Dark Matters, which is a matte, and we're just going to feather that inward a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Actually, we're going to feather it over a little bit more. I like this. This is me. Out of all the looks I've done with this palette, this one is me. And I'm sure if I did a look with these right here, I would say that was me too, because those are my tones as well. But I'm digging this right here. So that'll be that. We're going to take this brush, a clean one, Gallows Lava. This shade, you will have fallout with this shade if you don't really like seriously tap off your brush, or use a sponge tip applicator, or wet your brush. But then after you get the first layer down, even if you wet your brush, when you try to layer it on itself, you're going to get fallout anyway. So I would say sponge tip applicator. Oh, that is nice. So that's there. We're going to take, this is the Esam V33, and there's not a shade in here that I would use as a transition. Because I want to blend this. So we're going in small circular motions both ways. Just to get a blend up here. I'm going to edit some of this out because I think this is going to take a while because of the tacky primer. So this is what we have. That's the blend that we got, and I'm thinking it's looking okay. I'm wondering if I should use this for transition, but if memory serves me correctly, this was a tad kind of dusty, and I don't want to mess up the look. I'm going to leave this like this, except I'm going to go back and put a little bit more Gallows Lava, just a little higher up, like right here, right there in that spot. Yep, just like that. Put that down, the same brush we used for blending. So this is an easy 2 shadow look, or it could have been just a one and done if I didn't put dark castles over here. Yeah, so 2 really easy looks. Taking a clean one. This is the one we just used. This is a clean one. Even though I don't think I need to do this. This is just out of habit. I like this one. Alright, so we're going to put those down. I'm going to put on eyeliner and mascara, and we will be right back. For upper lash line, we use MAC's Paint Pot and Black Mirror. Tempted to do wings. Mascara, we used Nabla Major Pleasure Mascara. This came in a subscription box. We're going to wipe off some chapstick. Do we want to be sensible with a lip or just go for it? We're going to go for it. This is the one I picked up. Those are colors, not ill because I like it. I was just hoping I was going to grab a black. This is Dose of Colors Liquid Matte Lipstick, and the shade is Chocolate Wasted. I do like it though. I'm going to edit out the rest of this process. This is the finished look. So we have look number 3. And look number 4. Let me know what you think. And if you have this palette, let me know what you think of it. I will add that I noticed when I was doing my liner, I had a lot of fallout over here and over here. This is a brush I used for powder foundation. It did not sweep away. So even though I was careful, I'm not used to a lot of fallout with Nomad palettes. And so that's kind of new for me. Anyway, we're going to go. You'll see me soon. Hang tight. Something will pop up over here. Thank you for being here. And you will see me soon.